New business H, we briefly discussed this last time, so we wanted to put it on the agenda, have a further discussion, and have our solicitor and maybe some comments from the police chief, or the township manager on this. It's around solicitation in the township and how it kind of works. So Eric, you want to talk a little bit what we're doing right now?
Sure. So there were some concerns voiced prior to the last meeting of how people come and get the permit to solicit within the township, and then how you control if they violate our permit requirements and what are our permit requirements. So we did take a look at it. Since the last meeting, I think there's multiple ways, and I spoke to the chief about it, I think there's multiple ways we can improve your current ordinance, knowing that you have to allow solicitation, but there are controls you can put on it. So we want to, with your blessing, work with the chief, beef up your ordinance, and then present it to you hopefully in October. And if it's in a form ready, we can then authorize it for approval in November. But hopefully before the end of the year, we can have it drafted in a way that it can help control. There are not always bad solicitors out there, solicitations, not solicitors. There's bad solicitors too. That we can have ways to revoke those permits, and also authorize property owners to multiple ways, hopefully, to opt out of allowing solicitors to come to their residences. So hopefully present them in a couple different ways that they can do that, again, so that they don't have to deal with solicitors if they don't want to.
Questions?
Just a comment. I raised this last month because I heard it at a staff meeting. I thought this is something to look into. You know, there's several things that you can do now. You can buy a sign, no soliciting, as Eric just said. We can go have a do not solicit list, which will be big. I'm proposing a very simple solution to a complex problem. We, as representatives of the township, opt everybody out of soliciting, and if they want to opt in, we can have a clipboard. You know, if they want to come and say, you can't take away my right to get solicited, well, then you can opt in. You know, and I talked to a neighboring township who's going through the same thing. They're doing the opt-out list. I said, man, that's going to be extensive, and it's also a public document, so then you have everybody's names and addresses another way. I think we just do an opt-in list, and everybody's automatically opted out until they say different. And again, most people in this room know how to handle solicitors and can reason, but there are some victims, and I have met them. And since I mentioned this last month, this was actually I got quite a bit of comments on it last night. People are tired. Now, people have the right to enjoy their homes and not get a door knock, and they're knocking on my doors on Sundays now. And just leave me alone, you know. And if Eric, we can consider the opt-in list. I don't care. That could be for religious groups and politicians. You know, you can find Jesus in many houses of worship around here, and you don't need them knocking at your door. So, and politicians, goodbye. I don't want that. But anyways. Just a thought, and it's a simple solution. Of course, we're government, so we'll probably do the opposite. So, all right.
Others?
I don't need any action. I think that there's enough consensus that we've kind of already got direction. I just wanted to bring up that we have looked into it, and that's the avenue we propose.
Okay, everybody heard that?
Thanks.
All right, public comments. Seeing no public comments, commissioner comments. Seeing no commissioner comments, Eric has already addressed, we got an executive session, 2 items right now from a legal perspective. Thank you all for coming, appreciate it.
45 minutes.